Okay.
My first question is about substituting dumbbells for a barbell in the bench press and press. Is this substitution a reasonable solution to unbalanced muscles?
Unbalanced.
Where the hell did Nate come from?
I don't know. I don't know.
Bree
I've
just-
noticed that my left arm will sometimes track wrong and sometimes just stop producing force while trying to lift a weight close to my max. Problem with that statement is, were you using a dumbbell when the, which one is it, left arm tracked wrong, or were you using a barbell?
Well, either way, the
Trying to
dumbbell
lift a
won't fix
weight
it.
close to my max. I assume that just lifting more will solve the problem on its own, but I'm looking for a complicated solution that makes me feel special.
That's
At least
exactly
he's
right.
He has
honest.
an excellent grasp.
At
of the
least he's
situation.
honest.
Yes.
You know what? Just push harder with your left hand.
Yeah.
Push harder with your left hand and keep your elbow where it's supposed to be. All right. This comes up all the fucking time, all right? These strength coaches that lack the ability to analyze things correctly will often recommend that in the face of a strength imbalance, as they've interpreted this, that what you need to do is you need to isolate your left leg and catch it up with your right leg so that the strength imbalance goes away. Now, exactly how do you propose to do that? How do you work one leg and make it work harder by itself than it can work in tandem with the rest of your hips and the other leg? Now, strength is measured by pounds, right? So if you've got a strength imbalance in your squat, and I don't know how you would even recognize that. How would you recognize that your left leg is weaker
Well,
than
you
your
wouldn't.
right
You'd
leg?
see an asymmetry that could probably be fixed by just not doing the thing.
Well, you're fixed with instruction.
Yeah, people will take a situation
With
like this.
coaching.
Yeah, people will take a situation like this and listen to the way he asked the question is like this thing happened.
Yeah.
As if he had no control over what occurred. So the first question is, did you try to not make that happen?
This is a coaching problem, not a strength imbalance problem. And 99.5% of the time, that's the case. All right? If for example, your left elbow is tracking wrong, you said it's your left arm, but it's your left elbow, is tracking wrong, how do you fix that? Well, you make it track correctly. You fix the elbow. You think about the elbow. And you make the elbow behave itself. This may mean that you have to pull 15 pounds off of the work set to do that. And then you work back up 2 pounds at a time until you're back at that same work set weight with the
your
elbow behaving itself correctly. How would you correct that situation with a dumbbell? How would that be possible with a dumbbell? You know, if the elbow is not correcting it, is not behaving itself with a barbell, how is changing equipment going to correct the situation?
Well, because it's lighter and it's easier to control.
It's lighter and it's easier to control, and now we're reducing force production.
Exactly.
And yes, a lighter weight is easier to push correctly. You could just take 50 pounds off of your work set on the barbell and accomplish the same thing. But what you're trying to do is lift a heavier weight, because that's what stronger means. Okay? Stronger means more weight on the bar. And if you go to dumbbells, all of that goes away. All right? How are you going to add 2 pounds to a dumbbell? Well, you can. You get some magnets and put it on there. But the problem is with a dumbbell is that it's not connected to the other arm. And if what you're trying to do is get your bench press up, you've got to learn to bench press correctly. Join us again this week on Starting Strength Radio. Oh, this is an important show. We get into some serious discussion of some serious topics we haven't normally dealt with before that you will probably disagree with. Some of you will agree, but, you know, I think it'll make for an exciting bunch of comments from the haters. And and there's some other stuff we're going to talk about too. It's a paper Q&A, and you know how you look forward to all of those. So this one is for you. See you next time, right here on Starting.